Hello, everybody, and welcome to an exciting live stream edition of Hank's Corner. I'm your host, Hank Jr. I'm part of Hank Jr. Productions, where I'm documenting life's moments through photography, videography, and of course, podcasting, which includes things like tonight, where I get to premiere songs the night before they come out. And we're going to be doing that. First, just let me remind you, for those that are in Land O'Lakes, tomorrow we start at the Tiki Cove, our Toes in the Sand festival, and we're going to be kicking it off with Kirsty Kraus and Danny Spiro tomorrow. Saturday, we're going to have my good friends Brian Ruby and Ellis Griffin. All of those have been on my podcast, and there's going to be many more artists out there. So if you're in the Tampa Bay area, specifically Land O'Lakes, come out to the Tiki Cove for the Toes in the Sand festival. But if you're not available or in the area, don't worry. If you check back on my page, I'm sure you're going to be finding a little bit of live streams that we're going to be doing there. But I'm so happy to bring on this next guest. She has been on my podcast before. She was on episode 124. She stole the hearts of America when she was on American Idol. She's from my home state of Texas. And not only that, she is up for a Josie Award for the Young Artist of the Year in the female category. We're going to be premiering her song, These Boots. Let's welcome to the Hank's Corner, Payton Riley. Hey, Payton, how you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
Oh, I am doing well, and I'm so excited that you're going to be releasing your song "These Boots." We're going to be talking a little bit about it, the backstory, all the good stuff. Find out what's going to be going on later, and give the audience a sneak peek of it. So, tell us where are you now?
So we are in Fort Worth, Texas. We are driving home from a photo shoot. We did just some normal photos just for socials, and then we did some photos for my album cover for my next song that will be coming out in 2025. I have These Boots coming out tomorrow, and then I have a Christmas song. But in 2025, I'm having a song coming out called Weather Boy. So of course my photographer was like, we have to have some water in it. And so, sorry if I look a little radish. She had like this big power washer and was spraying it all over me while we were taking the photo. So, yeah, we're in Fort Worth right now. We've had a pretty amazing day. We got up at 8 this morning and drove out here. It's like a 4.5 hour drive. We went to my boot sponsors warehouse, R. Watson Boots. We picked up some boots for my award shows coming up, the Josie's Awards. That's going to be in Nashville, and then my award show, another award show in November. I'm nominated for Young Artist of the Year again for the TCMAs, and I'm also nominated for Young Artist of the Year in the female category for the Josie Awards. So we picked up some boots for that. Then we headed straight over to my photographer's house, and we've just been taking pictures all day.
Yeah, well, blame it on a photographer, as you guys all know that I do a lot of photography, but blame it on the photographers because we like to do a lot of crazy things, and whenever we get the participation, we definitely like it. But you're mentioning all these things that are going on, and including these award shows that are coming up. What do you think about all this? Because you've been experiencing a lot of success over the last couple months since we've talked.
Yes, sir. So I'm super excited for the upcoming things that are happening in my career. I'm super excited about the award shows because it's just you're surrounded by so many people who are just like you. They have the same goals in life, and they just share, like, you all share common interests, something that you really love. So it's really fun to be able to be around so many talented people and just be able to write songs together and jam out. And so for the I have to travel for both the award shows, but for the Josie's Award, we're going to Nashville, which is one of my favorite places, and it's at the Grand Ole Opry, which is even more amazing. So it's going to be super fun going out there. We have a lot of stuff planned. I'm going to be writing a ton of songs, and I'm nominated with one of my best friends, Hadley Joe. So it's just going to be a super fun experience, and yeah, I'm just super excited for the future.
Yeah, and I can tell that you're excited. I could tell that you're having a good time, but at any point, does it ever get so overwhelming that you just need to, step back and catch a breath? Or, because you're just so young, you don't need that like somebody like me.
Definitely being so young, I have a lot of energy. That's what my mom says all the time. She's like, I should be tired, not you. I'm driving. But I do get tired sometimes because I still have to do school, and then I still have to now. So I have a little bit more free time, but that means I have to put more time into my relationship with my friends because I don't get to see them every day like I used to during school. And then I have a lot more free time to do music, so I'm doing a lot more music. So sometimes I get tired just because I'm waking up really, really early and then I'm doing some really late night stuff. But I mean, it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, and I find it very fun, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. So I don't get too exhausted.
Yeah, they say if you enjoy what you're doing, you never work a day in your life. So keep doing that, and of course, we're wishing you all the success here from Hank's Corner. And for those that are tuning in, we are getting ready to premiere "These Boots" by Peyton Riley, and bear with us as sometimes she's coming in and out. She is on the road right now, but she'll be back in, but we're excited to be doing that. For those who are tuning in, as you tune in, please let us know where you're tuning in from. Definitely like to hear that. But we're just kind of waiting. That's one of these things about the live streams. Sometimes we have to worry about the internet connection and that sort of thing. But we are waiting for Peyton to come back live to talk with us as she does that. But we are, premiering her song called "These Boots," which comes out tomorrow. It is about 8:30 here Eastern time, 8:38, which means her song is going to come out in a little over 3 hours. So we're definitely excited about that. And do we have you back, Peyton? And it still looks like we're having a little bit of connection
Connection's really
issues.
bad.
Yep, there we go. Do we have you back, Peyton?
Thank you so much for having me. Sorry, yeah, the internet is really bad right now.
Yeah, not a problem. As I told you offline, this is not the first time we've had somebody do a live premiere on the road. The last time we had this, somebody was actually, that's Kirsty Krause, as a matter of fact, who's going to be playing here at the Tiki Cove tomorrow. She was in England and she was on a train. Meanwhile, we had her co-singer on it out there in California. So it was kind of, you're not the first one to have to deal with this, but we'll make it work.
Thank you so much.
And as I said, thanks for tuning in. We got some people tuning in from the Tampa Bay area. Definitely appreciate you checking in for us. And, as we're getting ready to premiere just a few minutes, Peyton Riley's song, "These Boots," which comes out tomorrow. And, Peyton, I'm curious. So you've had a few songs that you've released, within the last, I guess, couple of months, including, your American Idol song, "Fireflies." But how is "These Boots" possibly different than some of the other songs as far as the release? And how excited are you about this one?
I'm super excited for y'all to hear this song because it's probably one of my, like, I wrote this song a long time ago, so a lot of my songs are newer, and so this is a song that 10-year-old Peyton wrote. And recently, probably about a year ago, I changed some stuff on it. I changed the melody, the chords, and some of the words, so it's a different version than when I wrote it, but the base of the song I wrote when I was 10 years old, so that's really special to me. And then those of y'all who know me, you know that I love shoes a lot. I feel like clothing, and I'm a songwriter, so I love just like stories, so I feel like clothing and shoes can also tell a story. And so this song is just kind of about how my first pair of boots, my favorite pair of boots, they have walked me through all these journeys in my life, and they have walked me up on my first stage. They have been with me when I started to learn how to play guitar. So they've just been with me through so many amazing moments, and so I kind of put all of that into a song. And so I'm just really excited for people to hear it, not only because I wrote it when I was so young, but also because in 2025, I'm going to be releasing some new songs that are different than what y'all are used to me hearing. So this is kind of like an in between the two genres that I'm going in between right now. And so I'm really excited for y'all to hear it. It's a little shift and change in my music. So I'm super pumped. And yeah, it comes out tomorrow and it's called These Boots.
Yeah, and of course you're going to be able to find it, at the top of the list of, my new Music Friday post there on Facebook, which I do every Friday, where I get to feature a lot of the artists that are, premiering songs. And of course, Peyton, you're going to be right up there at top. But let me back up a little bit because I want to drill down on a couple things that you said. One of the things, yes, those that do follow you know that you're into clothing, you're into boots. Tell everybody, how many pair of boots do you have?
Okay, guys, I have a lot of boots, but to be fair, I've been the same size shoes since the fifth grade, and I'm a sophomore in high school now, so it just all kind of accumulates. But I pay for them all by myself, and I probably, oh gosh, I probably have probably close to 70 pairs of boots now, which is insane.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that has 70 pairs of boots besides you, so you definitely take the tops on that. I have two pairs of boots, or maybe three, but I only really wear two. And one of them, like you're talking about, it's been with you for a while. My boots I've had for about 12 to 15 years, which is different about boots in themselves is that they definitely last a lot longer than regular shoes do. So it does give that opportunity to be with you during all these moments that you're having. But also, let me back up again. I mean, you said you wrote, the basis of this, the beginning of this at 10 years old. I mean, I just find that phenomenal that you started that young. Did you start at 10 or did you start even earlier than that?
So I started writing songs when I was around the age of 9, but just really all throughout elementary school, I just really loved writing stories. Like I'm not good with like English, like and all the grammar and all the spelling and all that kind of stuff, but I really had a super big imagination, so I always just really like writing stories, and songwriting is really all about storytelling. And so once I figured out that, I mean, because as I was younger, I guess I just didn't really realize that um like writing a story was just like songwriting. So once I figured that out, it was kind of a little bit easier for me. And then I started going to all these songwriting camps, and those just helped because they taught me all these different techniques. And so I learned from a really young age how to write songs.
Yeah, well, that's definitely awesome, and I like I said, I'm definitely amazed that you started out so young, and not just that you started out so young, because a lot of people that have been on my show have started out young, but the fact that you've had so much success, and you're writing good quality songs out there, that's amazing. So everybody, thank you for that's tuning in. We're doing the live premiere of Peyton Riley's "These Boots." We're going to be playing it for you before anybody else gets to hear it, which is released tomorrow in just a few minutes. But we're kind of talking a little bit about what's going on behind the backstory of this thing, also as well as what's going on in Peyton's life. And I do want to bring up, because you have promoted this, and I'm curious to hear some more about it. The Young Artist Songwriter Ranch Retreat. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so ever since I went to my first songwriting retreat, I always thought that it would be a great idea to do something like that, but for young artists, because for me, starting off in the music industry, like no one in my family does music, so we didn't really know what we were doing. And I know that there are a couple kids out there who are just like me, so we just really struggled because we didn't know how to get gigs. How to record songs, how to do social media. I mean, there's so much that comes into music. And so part of my goal in life is just to be a light for other people and help them so much. And so after last year, when I won Young Artist of the Year through the TCMAs, they reached out to me and they made me their Young Artist Ambassador. And they were asking me like something that we could put together to just help young artists, like maybe Zoom calls and stuff like that. And I was like, I have just the thing. I've been wanting to do this and I didn't know how. And so once they reached out to me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So it's ages 12 through 18, and we are having a bunch of people from the music industry come in that have helped me in my journey and talk about social media, booking, recording, um, pretty much how to make money, anything you can think of. And then we have the legendary Scott Sean White, who is coming in to teach us all the different ways to songwrite. He writes song for Cody Johnson, like some of Cody Johnson's top songs. So it's going to be amazing to be in the presence of him. And he's going to be teaching us a couple ways to songwrite. And then we're going to break up in groups, and we have mentors, which is Ryder Grimes, Hadley Joe, Delaney, and myself. And we are going to be mentoring over the groups of songwriting just to help if some of them are just starting off. And so by the time that the artists leave, they're going to have 2 amazing written songs, and then we're going to have a showcase at the end. So overall, it's just going to be a really fun experience. We have 14 kids so far. We have kids coming from Tennessee, Oklahoma, and all over Texas. And I feel like in the area I'm at, there isn't a lot of kids, or if there are, we're kind of
All right, it looks like we're breaking up just a little as Peyton Riley's there on the road, going from place to place, and she was talking about the Young Artist Songwriter Ranch Retreat. You could make sure that if you want more details, you could definitely find her on social media. Payton Riley Music is her handle, also PaytonRileyMusic.com. You could also check out some of that. And, as she goes in and out, we play like this little game here or there, but she is back on. And we're only a few minutes away from Premeire and giving you the sneak peek of these boots, which is coming out Friday in about 3 hours and 12 minutes, but you're going to get to hear it first. Now, one of the things that we always kind of stress and talk about it is the pre-save. If you can hear me, Payton, tell us a little bit about why pre-saving is important.
It's really important because sometimes whenever you see on social media like a new song that's coming out, sometimes you can forget the day that it's coming out. So if you pre-save it, at least on my end, it will notify you that the song is coming out, and so you can be one of the first people to listen to it.
Yeah, and that's great, because if you want to follow an artist and you want to make sure that you're catching their music as it comes out, that's one of the benefits about pre-saving. But not only that, the more pre-saves that an artist get, it does allow the algorithms, whatever they do, to work in their way to maybe possibly get out there and noticed, and then these songs possibly can be put on some popular playlists, and then all of a sudden the artists have an opportunity to expose their song to an audience that's maybe bigger than what they're used to.
Yeah.
And so like I said, we're excited, about playing these boots. It's coming out, like I said, in just a couple hours and minutes. And but we're going to go ahead and, we've been teasing long enough. We're going to go ahead and step off screen a little bit and we're going to go ahead and play These Boots by Payton Riley.
These boots are nice and dirty. They're not meant to be cleaned. They're meant to be worn with these old blue jeans. I got them at the boot barn way back in Tennessee. These boots, they tell a story about me. The night I turned 15, I wore them to the concert, dancing to El King. I wore them on the mountain to look up at the stars out in California. The night I broke his heart. These boots have seen it all. These boots, I'll never take them off. These boots are blazed with fire, with red I'm fiercer than a lion. And when I'm on the big stage, I look up at the lights. I'm not afraid to be here, 'cause they walk me to the mic. These boots have seen it all. These boots, I'll never take them off. And I can't wait to see the places that we'll go. We'll stick together, new adventures down these country roads. 'Cause these boots have seen it all. These boots, I'll never take them off. These boots have seen it all. These boots, I'll never take them off.
And there you have it, the premiere of These Boots by Payton Riley. And, I really like this song. And one of the benefits sometimes I get by doing the podcast is I get to listen to some of these songs a little bit before everybody else. And this song has already been stuck in my head. It's a catchy tune. I'm loving it. I still can't believe that she started writing this at 10 years old.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I know that the audience is out there enjoying it too, and definitely we want to make sure that you guys check it out tomorrow as it comes out on your streaming platform, whether or not it's Spotify, Apple Music, however you're doing it. Be sure to go out there and stream it. But in the meantime, pre-save it because it does help. But also, I do want to talk about really quickly that streaming does not bring artists a lot of money. Actually, it's very little that they get from doing that, and the majority of their funding has to come from merchandise. And Payton, do you have any merchandise out there on your website that people can pick up?
Yes, sir, I do. All they have to do is go to www.paytonrileymusic.com, PaytonRiley.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And also, my merch is on there. And then if you go to the little sandwich bar, it has all my shows. So if y'all are in the area, it says where they're at and the times. And then just some information on how to get to know me.
Yeah, definitely. Check her out. Give her a follow, give her a like, subscribe. What it would depend on what media platform you like. That doesn't cost anything, but if you can, go out there and help support her by purchasing her merchandise. And you mentioned that you have some shows coming up that's listed on your website and your social medias. And one of them that's coming up, you're going to be playing with Shay Lynn. Tell us how excited you are about that.
I am so excited to be playing with her. I got the confirmation today that I was going to be playing with her, and I have literally been listening to her songs on repeat. My mom is like, "Oh my gosh, Payton, play something else," but she is literally so good, and I am so excited to be opening up for her. It's on the 10th next week at Dosido Big Barn. So if any of y'all live in around the Woodlands area or just in Texas, y'all should totally come. We're going to have a blast, and y'all are going to love her.
Yeah, that's going to be definitely cool, and I'm glad that you're going to get that opportunity. I also saw that you're going to be at a location that's kind of a Cajun catfish festival, which sounds pretty good to me. Cajun food is pretty awesome, and that's also in the Houston area as well. So be sure to check that out. But everybody who's tuned in, I definitely appreciate it. It's always such an honor to do premieres like this. If you can, please share this podcast out there so everybody can get to see this premiere. I'm going to be posting it on Spotify as well. You can check that out. But Payton, I'm so excited for These Boots to come out. Like I said, it's a catchy song. I can't wait for it actually to hit the airwaves and see how quick it catches on.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for having me on.
All right. And to those out there, thanks for coming in my corner, Hank's Corner. I definitely appreciate that. Everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.